Everybody, what's going on? I wanted to talk about the update today. A very positive update all around. There is some stuff I want to talk about. We got some new champs, which is cool. We've got the Halloween events coming and stuff. We got the Dragon Cliff event coming, which is interesting. The dispatch change is fantastic. This quick claim and quick dispatch, chef's kiss. So good, man. So good. So very positive update all around. I am surprised that I am one of the only ones talking about the energy cost in here still. I want to say before I get into this that I understand that the better thing to do here is to inch our way to where this needs to be rather than like overcorrect it and end up in a situation where there's too much fodder accessible, right? You do want to find that line. There's a space you can exist in where it's tough enough to be interesting and positive for the developer and then challenging enough for us, but still interesting enough. Right? They got to find that space. You don't want to get too far over where it's too easy to get these resources and build champs. So I'm well aware of that. I didn't expect this to be fixed immediately. I want to make that very clear. But I am surprised at the lack of people talking about the energy cost for the yield here. I've done the math. It is 57,000 energy to 5A a champ from scratch. And there's a couple of disclaimers there. One, that champ has to already have been a 5-star. And that's not counting the champs that you're going to feed the eggs into to actually make the food to 5A the champs, right? This is just the eggs to make the 5A food. 57,000 energy. That is a lot of energy. That is a lot of energy. It is not the same thing as saying 57,000 energy in Raid, mind you. The energy here is a bit different. But 57,000 energy still feels like a lot. And again, I didn't expect this to be perfect. I didn't expect this to be fixed right out of the gate. I'm just surprised that there's not more people like, hey, what the hell? This is still really expensive. So in a way, that's good. That means that everybody's not so frustrated yet that it's perfection or nothing, right? Everybody seems to be kind of unanimously on the same page that this is definitely a step in the right direction. I've come in and tested this on my free-to-play. I had 1 out of 10 after the update for some reason, even though I hadn't done one. So then I came in here and tested it to make sure we could clear it. We can clear it. So you don't have to have a very strong account to be able to farm the 4-star eggs, which is nice. It is going to be a time/energy investment, which again is fine. You are pulling energy away from everything else, though. That's another thing about it, is like you're not farming gear. You're not pushing through the campaign. You're not doing anything else productive except getting food here, okay? So I don't think this is the final version of this. I do think this is going to catch some tweaks moving forward, but it's a giant step in the right direction. The problem is far from solved, I think. But again, big step in the right direction. It is nice to see that. It is nice to see a change that we all have been talking about and know is needed happen. It's very frustrating as a player and a content creator to be constantly telling the developers, this is the problem, this is the problem, this is the problem, and to watch them dance around the problem for months of updates. And yes, I'm talking about Awaken Chaos era. We were telling them for months what needed to be done, and they were doing they were adding champions and doing everything but the things we were saying needed to be addressed. So it is very refreshing to see a developer make a step in the right direction so quickly. Okay, so again, if you are one of the few that sees that energy cost and is frustrated about it, understand this is a tweaking process, right? They're going to have to min-max this moving forward. So there's probably going to be several small changes over the next few months as they work to get this into a place that makes sense for everyone. I hope that's what's happening. I hope they don't think that they're done, because they're not done. The problem is not fixed. And ultimately, if people get bored, if it takes too long to build champs and people get bored, they're going to leave. There's way too many other options for games right now. There's already too many games out. There's way too many games coming, and the games are only getting better and better and better, right? So if players are getting bored, they're going to leave. There's no incentive to stay with so many other options. So you have to keep your players from getting bored. And one of the worst things you can do is have it be too difficult to build champs. That's the quickest way to make your players bored, right? If everybody's pulling all these legendaries and then having to put them on the bench immediately, they're not going to play the game. So I do hope that they understand that and they realize that they're not done fixing this problem, but it is a big step in the right direction, and we love to see it. We love to see it. So, yeah, hats off to them. The last few updates have been really good. Lots of good quality of life stuff being implemented. Nice to see the fodder situation getting addressed. The new champs look cool and fun. I'm interested to see what the Halloween events are going to bring, like what they're actually going to be like. Let's take a look. Real quick glance at all the champs. Where are they? Yeah, there's the Halloween Lego. He is pretty cool. Source Halloween, time-limited Halloween event. I don't know any details about that yet. I don't know if I've ever looked it or if they just haven't announced it yet. But he looks really cool, and he's got a lot of candy bomb stuff going on, which is basically just your classic bomb, except that I think bombs, they don't completely ignore defense. It says 50% piercing rate. So, but they're pretty cool. He puts bombs on all enemies at the beginning of each wave. He puts a bomb on a random enemy at the end of every one of his turns. His A2 detonates bombs, and his A3 AoE detonates bombs. He's going to be a fun champ to play around with for sure. I think he's interesting. I like this like, he's kind of like Taff in that at the beginning of the wave, he just puts debuffs up. So that's pretty cool. He'll be fun. And then we've got, what's dude's name? Thanatos. Another one. He's pretty cool. For some reason, when I look at him, I think epic. I don't know why. He looks cool, but I feel like he looks like a cool epic for some reason. But he's pretty cool. He's got shield removal and some decent damage. He's got the ghost, which is basically veil or stealth, and then life extortion. Some pretty cool new stuff being added there. The other Lego, what was the other? Oh, it was that one. Who was it? There was one more Lego, I think. This guy. He seems interesting enough. Damage to a single enemy. Damage to extra enemies. He's got the immune to death if he takes a fatal hit. Passive. Pretty cool. Pretty interesting stuff going on. The only champ I'm confused about that I looked at was the Halloween Epic. This guy. Soul. I don't know how to say his name. His kit's fine. Like, he's got a defense down. He's got a shield removal with big damage. I think the other guy had shield removal. Maybe I was thinking of him. Either way. And then his immortal and attack buff. Like, that's all fine. The passive is what's confusing me. Because it seems like it's exclusively negative for him. When he catches a control effect, so when he gets stunned, provoked, whatever, he consumes 5% of his current HP and turns it into one layer of Vampire's Curse. Skill is no longer active when there are 5 layers of Vampire's Curse. And then Vampire's Curse increases the amount of damage he takes. So it seems like his passive is exclusively negative, and I can't understand what the point is. I can't understand why you would build him. Because there's nothing in his kit that, like, nowhere does he benefit from taking extra damage. I expected as I was going through to, like, read that, and then, like, maybe his ult would be damage scales with the amount of damage he's taken or something. But I can't figure out what the point of this is. Or why I would bother. So if you understand, let me know in the comments what it is I'm missing about this dude. This dude seems like why would I want that? Why would I want a champ on my team that gets punished more for catching a control effect? And then even with the exclusive, the extra damage thing goes away and grants all allies tenacity. But, like, to have to get that to exclusive 2 for it to even be usable, or like, to not be negative. And then, I don't know. I feel like that's weird. It's very possible I'm just not understanding. But I feel like that's not good. So let me know if I'm missing something there. I'm not seeing it. Anyway. I think overall the update's great. I'm really happy with the dispatch thing. I'm happy with the Dragon Cliff changes. I think they did in a space where they could have done so much wrong. they did a lot right. You know what I mean? The fact that I can farm this on the free to play, it takes a little bit, but they get it done. The fact that you don't have to be super strong to come in here and have access to these 4-star eggs is great. I think they did a really good job overall. Honestly, it's really nice. It's really nice to see an update that I have no real complaints about. So I'm excited to see where things keep going here. This makes me more optimistic even than I was. It's really nice to see. And yeah, I guess let me know what you guys think about the update. How do you feel about it all? Are you into the Dragoncliff change, or are you not? Did you expect more? What do you think about the Halloween champs? How much do you love the quick dispatch thing? That's such a good time saver, man. They're doing a really good job at implementing time saving features into this game. Right now, you can do space temples while your multi battles are running as well. Really good changes all around. I really have nothing to complain about. So, except that new Halloween epic, I don't understand what the point of him being in the game is. But that's it. I reckon I'll get out of here. Interested to know your thoughts on this one. Where y'all at with it? I'm getting out of here. Appreciate y'all. Later.